Take it away, feeling too good to me. Chilling all day, all in your space is where I wanna be. Here in this room, what did you do? I just can't get enough. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you. I've been hanging by myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah, you always make me feel like, yeah, you never leave my thoughts alone, yeah, you're the reason I'm going out of my mind. Just can't stop thinking about you. Just can't stop thinking sleepless. Do we need space? Yeah, maybe a break. Boy, you're my weakness. Giving we take, the love that we make, it's my favorite drug. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain holds you. I've been hanging by myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah, you always make me feel like home. Yeah, you never leave my thoughts alone. Yeah, you're the reason I'm going out my mind. I just yeah, you always make me feel like home. Yeah, you never leave my thoughts alone. Yeah, you're the reason I'm going out my mind. Just can't stop thinking about you. Just can't stop thinking about you.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome. It's the ROTAX Festival, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm listening to myself because I don't have audio feedback. Woohey! So we're not underway just yet. We're starting early because there's a lot to go through this morning. So much so the marshals aren't even on track yet. Hey, I'm beating the marshals to it. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, then to the ROTAX Festival 2023. And everybody watching at home, live commentary for all of you here watching on the YouTube live stream. Once again, not on the on the commentary. There it is, at the track. It is all solely here on YouTube. So hopefully you're all having a great time. We've got a lot to go through today. And, wow. Over the next 2 days, really. As I still, once again, have to go through all the bits here. But if this works... The ROTAX Festival 2023. That's really cool. I like that glitch. I'm a child. So yeah, welcome to the ROTAX Festival 2023. Hopefully you're all having a great time this morning. Hopefully you're all excited. We've got quite a few drivers out here today. But before we kick anything off today, let's have a check of all the prizes that are up for grabs this weekend. That video definitely was made for Facebook. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's all the awesome prizes kindly donated and presented by Jag, Rotax and the Clay Pigeon Kart Club. So massive thank you to them. They're here today at the circuit, which is really cool. They're just outside the front of the building. Right then, it's no ROTAX Festival or live stream here without me, is it? I'm your commentator, Alex Downs, and I'm going to be here for the next 14 and so hours of streaming over the next 2 days. That is today and tomorrow. Yeah, double whammy. And yeah, this is the first time the festival has been included with a kart club round. That is pretty unique for this year. But anyway, let's get into today's action. Before it kicks off, we still haven't had 3-lap practice yet, so we're okay. We're fine. So let's see. What's the program then? Well, you'll find out with these new graphics for the ROTAX Festival. Here it is! So it's a ROTAX Festival 2023. Let's see what the program of events is for today. And here's your running order. Honda Cadets followed by the ROTAX Cadets. We've got enough of them to split them into Max, Junior ROTAX, Senior ROTAX, and the 177 and 177 Masters. 177's last, as always, but never the least. So race order for day 1 then. So we've got 3-lap practice today. Time qualifying is 6 minutes. He's 8 minutes plus a lap. Pre-final is 9 minutes plus a lap. And then the grand final is 12 minutes plus a lap, following a similar format to the Wessex Challenge earlier this year. Qualifying starts after the 177 ROTAX practice. I love quali. Quali's a good fun thing to watch. Grid numbers then for this weekend. So the Honda Cadets, 13 of them, with the ROTAX Cadet, 8 of them. So it's great to see massive grids for the 2 of them. Sort of the biggest ones of the year, really. Intermax was 6, not the biggest we've seen this year, but great to see a fair few this weekend. And then it's Junior ROTAX, biggest grid, 26 of them, not split unlike last year, but giving us a great grid nevertheless, as always. Senior ROTAX with 18, and then the 177 and 177 Masters with 8 of them, and with one of our seniors in the 177s. Someone did that last year. But that is it. That's your program of events, really, for the ROTAX Festival day number 1. There'll be another one of these tomorrow, along with the Club Championship standings. I had way much more time than I thought to get this all ready. We had a bit of rain this morning, hence why the track is like it is. But look at that sun glare away. 17 degrees Celsius according to the weather chart at the top right of the screen. Beautiful weather as always. And to the left you can see... You can just about see the digiboard. That's actually quite cool. Yeah, the digiboard's moved this weekend. The Clay Pigeon Kart Club moving it up above, which is very new for this year. So yeah, you can see 3-lap practice confirmed on the left-hand side of the screen. I quite like being able to see the digiboard, not gonna lie. So yeah, you get to see the digiboard. It's on the right side, so none of the warning. Well, you might get a glimpse of the warnings on the other side of it, but there we go. So yeah, ROTAX Festival. We still got a lot to go. A 3-lap practice will be underway very soon, as a lot has gonna happen. Hello to everybody who's watching at home. Don't forget to send your support in, a bit like Dick on Robert says, saying "Go Nikita." Nikita Roberts in the Honda Cadets. She'll be out shortly for their 3-lap practice. She's been very competitive this year for the Clay Pigeon Kart Club Championships. So will she be able to continue it on with the ROTAX Festival? And will she be anywhere close this weekend to those amazing prizes up for grabs? There's quite a lot of prizes going, so great to see quite a few people coming to compete for them. Let's go TKR, says Maxim Smith Racing on the YouTube live stream. Chat, great to see everybody here in the chat. including our timekeeper who will pop in every now and then. He said earlier, I think there was a song, and he said, I thought I was watching Breaking Bad for a second. I can't remember what song that is in the list. All the songs that you do hear throughout the streams and all that is through Epidemic Sound. So a big thank you to them for providing this music for you to be able to listen to throughout parts of the stream. I must say, if you ever come to the circuit, the digiball placement is quite nice. I'm not gonna lie. It's really, really nice. So what are your predictions for today then? What are we going to see? Are we going to see any more rain today? Not to jinx anything like I usually do. But what do we reckon? First of all, let's give you track mic. It's probably picking up a lot of wind, but we got the track mic again. This time it's actually on the light, so it's quite far away from everything. And also, I've just found 6p. Thank you, Alpha Live. They were the last ones up here, so I just got 6p from them. There's my tips for the day. That's me all sorted for the rest of the month. Survive on 6p. But I can hear a roar of what sounded like Honda engines just starting to fire up. We are about 5 minutes behind schedule, but hopefully we should be able to get going rather soon. So 6 marshal points covered for this weekend. Got track maintenance as well, and obviously our starter of Gina, she's down in the start box. You'll see her popping out a couple of flags throughout the day, just on the left side there for you all. And obviously Simon Whitty timing as per usual. As you hear a crumble of metal being dumped from over the road. So, I actually have my mic stand back again. So I actually can stand, just look at my phone and then just talk something. Oh, and reset my WhatsApp. God damn it. That requires an update as well. You see, Alex, you said you'd done everything, but you didn't. So hopefully we'll be able to get underway real soon. 3-lap practice is what we got for this morning. There is no program online, but yeah, it's a pretty nice little program, that. Yeah, definitely because I didn't have any influence on it whatsoever. But you got the prizes in there, obviously everybody's names as well, which is really, really nice. Why does it pause the update? Update WhatsApp so I can talk. I mean, yeah, I'd love the double programs. I will be keeping this one this year because it's a very unique program. Obviously, only being the first double round for the ROTAX Festival incorporated in a club round. And this weekend is not brought to you by Pepsi Max, but my commentary is provided with Pepsi Max. Yeah, it used to be Coca-Cola. Not anymore. So yeah, we're just currently still waiting. I think they got a communications issue with the radio for one of the clocks. Nothing that can't be sorted with a quick swap of a radio. And then we should be able to get underway with the ROTAX Festival. So what we're going to do is, whilst everything is going on, we are going to head over to the music category. We're going to slap on some beats from Epidemic Sound, and we will see you after the break and after 3-lap practice has completed here at Clay Pigeon. Okie dokie then, everyone. That is the end of the 3-lap practices today. So we'll be down into our first lot of events for today's action. So yeah, we just had a little break there just whilst we're doing some stuff, also helping the timekeeper get the numbers in for transponders. Because I know from experience it's rather difficult on your own. Right then, let's go for the grid for qualifying. Obviously it's not really a grid, but there's everybody in for qualifying for the Honda Cadets here for this weekend. Well, for this weekend, for today. So we've got Ella Dixon, to name a couple, Nikita Roberts, Alexander Mansfield, Tommy Morris as well. Charlie White as well is out there today. We've got Zach Ormshaw, Finley Ormshaw. Those two were practicing on Thursday up here at the circuit. The Ormshaw brothers. But yeah, let's see how qualifying plays out for these drivers. Some really dry conditions, rather windy, a bit chilly on the old weather front. That ain't going to stop any of these drivers. Let's check the weather as it refreshes as well. 18 degrees C outside. It's warm, but doesn't feel it. And I forgot, I still need to sort out WhatsApp on my computer. There's me thinking out loud again. So here we go then, let's get qualifying underway as the timer will start ticking down very, very shortly. Let's go to the next screen. And here we go, Honda Cadet qualifying. We get 2 of these a year basically. Timer on the left hand side of the screen. You just about make it out, which is really cool. So let's see who's going to be able to make it out ahead in this qualifying session for today. It's going to be a good one. I do enjoy qualifying. So who's going to make it out in front to start off with? We have 5 minutes 19 left to go. So not too many changes at the moment. Only 5 Hondas out there for qualifying at the minute. We had more Hondas than this, and that is why, because people are still coming out a bit later down the road as the time ticks. So Ethan Cousins is fastest out there with a 44.79. Nikita Roberts, just going back over the line, 42.55. So lap times are improving out here so far. So going around Billy's at the moment. As we'll still keep looking on, so we're looking for a strong performance so far from Ethan and Nikita. The drivers still trying to get their rhythm through. There's a couple of more drivers start coming over the line as well with a 34 minutes and, well, 4 minutes on the clock now. As we have a spinner down at Billy's. with Ryan Hodge as track maintenance. Look at him run! So Ethan Cosden still fastest at the moment, ahead of Alfred Matthews and Nikita Roberts. That's your top 3 so far. Timer still ticking down in this qualifying session. Slowest out there is Ella Dixon at the moment. She's not made a lap just yet. Finley Thursfield of 51.77, so about 10 seconds slower at the moment. To sort out my mic off. There we go. So we're still going. Just under 2 minutes left. Ethan Cosden's still fastest. Luke McGould improving his lap time. Charlie White also improving his. Finley Ormshaw, Zach Ormshaw, Oliver Ratton, all 3 of those improving. Finley Thursfield as well. So most of the grid here improving. Ethan Cosden's going even faster in this qualifying session. The only one to break into the 40s. Only just. Ella Dixon getting her lap times down slowly but steadily. We've still got some time left on the clock, 1 minute 34. Finley Ormshaw going up into 6th position now. As we have a mechanical flag for Tommy Morris, which is going to end his journey early for qualifying. Message on the top right of the screen. Just out of view on the digiboard. I love seeing it on the digiboard. I can actually see the digiboard messages a lot clearer now. So unfortunately, Tommy Morris will be ending his journey early. I don't actually see him on the timing screen anyway. But it's not me being blind. So Ethan Cosden, Luke McGould, Alfred Matthews, your top 3 for this qualifying session. As we have 10 seconds left on the clock. What are we going to get? 2 coming down the main straight. Will they have time to go again? And unfortunately, they will not, because it is the checkered flag for this session. So race end on the left-hand side of the screen. So that will conclude qualifying, and that will mean, once everybody's gone over the line, that is, so there we go. That is your results and your times there for that race. Race qualifying. Okay, outdoor 2, shall we? Look at this live video editing, and it's the wrong camera anyway. So goodbye. Bloop. Should do this in studio mode. Right, let's go to the grid for the ROTAX Cadet, which are now separate as well. So let's go for the ROTAX Cadet qualifying session then, as the timer ticks down and gets underway. Who is going to be out in front for this Intermax grid here? ROTAX Cadet. I'm getting carried away because they're normally together. So the ROTAX Cadet then, who's going to be ahead on who? We got Tommy Klimo and George Klimo both out there. So a couple of brothers again out on the grid. Dewey Hockridge, one of our regulars. Elijah West also back again. Archie Rogers Tyler, Jack Baker, and Ari Kallenberg as well. As they are all here to compete. So as they fly over the start finish, let's get underway for this qualifying session properly. And it's Archie Rogers Tyler ahead of the game at the minute. And hello to everybody who's just joined on the YouTube live stream. You're just in time for the ROTAX Cadet qualifying session. So Elijah West fastest, 41.78. Dewey Hockridge, 41.86. George Klimo, 42.11. That is that for the minute. Jack Baker going up into the top 3. Tommy Klimo also going up to the top, 40.96. First one to get into that top, into the 40s. Well, actually, Elijah West has as well, to be fair. So we're still trugging on through. George Klimo out ahead at the minute. Top 3 within the 40, within the 40s. So they're all in within 3/10. Looking at the timing screen. If you do want to have a look at the timing screen, it's live.alphatiming.co.uk/CPKC. And there you'll be able to see all the times, but we'll pop them out afterwards once the qualifying is completed. Still got plenty of time left to go on the clock, 2 minutes 16 to be exact. So a 40.58 is to beat. The Klimo brothers are both on the same exact time. Both set it on the same lap as well. Obviously Tommy ahead of George because Tommy set it first. So Jack Baker going up into, I think he stayed at 4th, but we keep an eye on it, not had any changes. Dewey Hockridge going up into top as well. A couple of other drivers getting into the 40s as well, including Elijah West. We still have 1 minute 30 left on the clock. Time is just about visible on the left-hand side of the YouTube live stream through the digiboard here at the circuit. That's what the drivers see. So we got 3 of them together, all going for that top spot. 40.3s now. 40.36 by Jack Baker, then Elijah West for a 40.37. 40.60 on his last lap, so not going faster just yet. As the wind heavily picks up here at Clay, we still go on 20 seconds. That's the internet skipping again. Jack Baker's still ahead though at the moment, 40.36 to Elijah West's 40.37, so nothing between those two. And there we go then, this is the last charge for all of them. As you can see, the checker flag is out. So who is going to end up where? So let's see if anything changes as we go through. 40.28 set by George C. Is anybody going to be able to outdo that or no? And for this one, that is final. So changing the screen over and going over to here. For the end of that one, it's going to be George C. Out ahead to start today with a 40.28, outdoing Jack Baker's 40.36 and Elijah West's 40.37. Top three very close, all within 1/10. Okay, then that's the ROTAX Cadets done then. So let's go to Intermax this time, which I'll actually say it correctly, where Max Wheatley, Rook Thompson, Devon Taylor, Ruben Jenkins, Finley Hinds and Kian Downer will all be out for this one. So the clock is ready and already ticking down. Drivers are yet to come out of the pit lane as they come on out. Intermax qualifying underway. Ruben Jenkins going out first. Anybody else going to join? Yet the 14's joining in, and so is the 11. And hopefully the rest of the grid follows as well. They're spacing themselves out quite nicely. Finley Hinds coming out fourth out there. Kian Downer, the fifth one out there. And that looks like it is all for these 5 drivers. So with 5 drivers then, let's head over to our large timing screen, where you can see all of the times here for the Intermax. Well, there's only a few of them. We have the clock on the left hand side of the screen as well for you. So yeah, let's see what we get from these drivers here as we go on round. Devon Taylor fastest at the moment, 40.90. But we've only just begun. So Finley Hinds out ahead, 38.17. A 38.37. Sorry, 38.34 by Devon Taylor. God, I can read. 38.49 from Rook Thompson. Kian Downer with 39.14. And then Ruben Jenkins with a 40.25. Where it's been so hot recently, you can see just where the rubber's being laid down. You can especially see it through the S's. But Finley Hinds still out there fastest at the moment. So 2.5 minutes left to go. So we're still going on through. A bit of drizzle starting to come through onto the circuit as well. Finley Hinds still the fastest one out there at the minute. The times are starting to slow up a little bit. See if anybody can improve before it does get a bit more wet. Looks like the cadets managed to get theirs through nice and quickly. The drizzle is here. It absolutely poured it down earlier this morning. Oh, good old Clay Pigeon. And Rut Thompson was able to improve his last lap, but it looks like people are starting to slow down now with the odd bit. It's not... It's surprising how much little it affects the circuit. So Kian Downer managing to stay within his recent best time, but it's still Finley Hinds that is fastest out there at the minute before this weather comes into play. As it refreshes again, it does say cloudy for the minute, but that is the only current time weather-wise. .23 seconds left. So 10 seconds. There's one going up through the right-hander towards the top bend. So are they going to get in another lap within time for 3, 2? Unfortunately not. So here we go then. So Devon Taylor, unable to improve, stays second fastest. Rook Thompson does improve to try and secure third. So he stays third. Finley Hinds stays first. Ruben Jenkins does improve, but not enough for his personal best. And Kian Downer then to come over the line for fourth, doesn't improve. So unfortunately, the Intermax stayed as it was for quite a while. Meaning, Finley Hinds out the front with Devon Taylor and Rook Thompson, your top three for that qualifying session for the ROTAX Festival day number 1 for Intermax. And as that happens, let's go over to our next one, which is the Junior ROTAX. As you all know, 26 drivers altogether, providing us with a big grid once again. So let's see what we get from these juniors. I'll give you the big screen for these juniors, of course, as they all fly out onto circuit. There's going to be not a lot of gaps for a clean quali here. So it's if you can push past and get going for this qualifying session. The clock is ticking. It's just behind the timing no, well, the names on the left-hand side of the screen. Ooh, what we're going to get for today's quali session. So flying on down, we'll give you it once this big pack comes on through. And the rain has... Oh no, the rain has just come as well. For the biggest quali, we get the biggest bit of rain we've had for a little while up here. So everyone's going to have to try and manage as best they can around the circuit. This is a bit unexpected for some of these, as we will go to Billy's Cam where this rain is starting to come from. Hopefully it's just going to blow over, but this could change qualifying. Daniel Tribe is the fastest out there at the minute. Nobody has been able to go faster just yet, but I lied because everybody's gone faster. Benjamin Bartlett has gone to second as Alfie Bushell goes to P1 with a 37.72. Outdone by Billy Edgecombe, a 37.42, despite the conditions out on circuit. Is not enough to affect the track just yet by the looks of it then. Times are slower than usual, but still enough to keep us going. So into Billy's we go. It's a fight with our regulars here at the circuit. Are we going to get some others in the top? Freddie Snelling, one of our novices out on the junior ROTAX grid, into 8th with a 37.23. We're in the 36s, so it looks like this rain is not affecting, but I must say it's absolutely blowing as a yellow flag is now down at Billy's. One of the clerks had to run out of the way a little bit there, just where it started to rain. As we come on through, the yellow still flying at Billy's whilst we get one for recovery. But yeah, the rain is coming down for this qualifying session, which means if you haven't got a good time in just yet, well, there's every possibility you might not be able to improve and go faster. Who is going to be able to improve though with that downpour? I'm not too worried, I'm in the dry. Everybody just trickling through at the minute as the slippery surface flag goes out down at the first corner, but it stays. Oh, it's gone back in. I love Ryan's run. So 2 minutes 17 left to go. Andrew Dixon fastest. Albert Winton's managed to go improve his lap time, but then he has only done one lap in this qualifying session so far. But everybody down in the 40s. We've got the 38, so some managing to stay relative. Will they be able to push back again? It looks like the rain has possibly stopped for the minute. What I can try and visually see out of the window. So we might see some times improve. And we have George Spilsbury goes 36.27. Hugh Moulton 35.71. So this is having turns of many tables. As we're into 35s all of a sudden. Even with that change. So high hopes for some. We got one in the pits, which is Daniel Tribe, the number 61, who's gone in for the end of his qualifying session here. Will Swales going fastest, followed by George Spilsbury. The times are still improving here today. 34.82. Hugh Moulton, Lucas Howell, 34.77. Blake Ticehurst, 34.73. Anybody going to squeeze any more time from the track? 42 seconds remain. Billy Edgecombe goes to 6th. Karthik Kameta 15th. Ethan Griffiths up to 7th. Will Swales going back up into the top 7. He was at the top just moments ago. That shows you how much the track is improving in the last few moments. It's time to push. Hugh Moulton 34.56, beaten by Lucas Howell 34.46. 34.40, Blake Ticehurst. It's non-stop improving out there. 7 seconds left. We're here for the checkered flag in 3, 2, 1, and it's checkered. So, last push. Will Swales go 3rd. Is he going to get dethroned from that top 3? Next is a 51. He goes top. Hugh Moulton, 34.33. Lucas Howell goes up into 3rd. Blake Ticehurst goes to 3rd as well. Jack West up into 1st now, 34.25. Well, times are still changing out there. A lot of the back crew. Benjamin Bartlett goes from near the bottom to the top. But that is all the drivers, meaning there's your grid, the full 26. And it's going to be Jack West, Hugh Moulton, Blake Ticehurst, and Lucas Howell for your top 4. 34.25. Where did Jack West get that time from? Dry, wet, dry in a matter of seconds. That just shows you how quick it improves out there. Well, that was a great qualifying session to have a turn of events, especially with the weather. And let's go for Senior Max N for their qualifying session. Finn Smith, Evie Pillane out there, Jacob Martin, Daniel Beards, Cameron Crockett, James Burgess. So let's get ready for the clock to start ticking. As soon as it does, that means we are ready to go. Won't be just yet, there's a bit of a car park at the front. Bit of a car park at the top bend. Right then, is the clock going to start ticking down any moment? Any moment. big pause until the next one, isn't it? Well, they've waited too long, I think. Oh, I've just been confirmed there's a delay waiting for a driver. Well, that driver's gonna have to scurry up a bit as the weather's coming back in again. The weather is back once again, battering down Clay. Everyone is on slicks as well. Is anybody going to ruin a set of wets just for this slight scurry, or are they going to brave it and hope it dies off? It looks so nice through the cameras. So the time has started to tick down now. Hey, got the time on the right hand side as well. That looks awful. So then let's go through for this qualifying session then. And this could be interesting, this one. So senior ROTAX, Finn Smith goes fastest. 36.73, kicking out strong. Cameron Crockett 36.91. And we'll get to the halfway point and get more updates, but at the moment everyone improving out on circuit. For example, Ethan Lomax into 34.07, nearly the 33s. And as I say that, William Ellswood goes into the 33s, the 33.82. Rufus flying up to 5th, but Finn Smith still fastest out there, 33.63. William Ellswood, 33.71. 33.80 by Cameron Crockett. Finn Smith going even faster, 33.58. Jamie Burt flies up the order. Cameron Crockett does as well. Evie Pillane just goes up into 5th at the moment. Minutes 55 left on the clock. It's a little bit slower behind on my screen. William Ellswood fastest, 33.56. Cameron Crockett, 33.58. And 33.65 by Finn Smith. So top 3 rather close at the time being. William Ellsworth going even faster. Cameron Crockett improving his lap time. Finn Smith close to his best. Not by much though. Jamie Burt's gone even faster. Alfie Davies has gone a little bit faster as well. Matched by Rufus Flan. Still not a lot of goings on here. This qualifying session showing you who's done more laps around the circuit and who's done a lot of practice up here to get the best times out here. Trying to just keep flying out some of your best practice times whilst you're going round. But for now, 1 minute 30 left. As more try and improve. William Ellsworth really improving his lap time out there. He's actually gone into the pits for Cameron Crockett saying that. So our top two won't be able to improve, and there's still a minute to go. So they are playing the brave game. They think they've done enough. But have they? Is the question at hand. So we'll keep an eye on this, as also Finn Smith's gone into the pits. Quite a few other drivers are darting into the pit lane. Dylan Brearley staying in 11th. It doesn't feel like he can improve. Daniel Beards has also done the same. He stays at the back of the grid for this provisional result. A lot more other drivers going into it. Most of the grid are in. So we are left with another one popping into the pits. There's still 7 seconds remaining. So are we going to get any extras through? And it looks like the checker flag is going to be going out. So no extra improvements to be made for this qualifying session here. Meaning there is your result there. Only one driver took the checker flag. The rain has come back in again, but your top four will be William Ellsworth, Cameron Crockett, Finn Smith and Jamie Burt. And Jacob Martin was the only one to take the checker flag at the end of that qualifying session, meaning he will take P12. He wasn't able to improve his lap time. So we go to the 177s, where we got a driver from the seniors having a go in the 177s for the festival. That's the number 95, Patrick Williams-Rahag. Rod Adlam is out there, one of the novices for the 177s. A very familiar face up here at Clay. And Ian Brownfield, Jason Bear, Harrison Crook. Obviously, we've got our regulars for the 177s. And they have a wet session to do their time in. So we are ready for the timer. It's on the left and right side of your screen as it started to tick down here. So let's go. It's wet. Let's see who's going to be able to handle these conditions. And they are all on slicks as well by the looks of it. So this is going to show you where experience comes in as well, if you've practiced in the wet or if you haven't. So who's going to be fast is out there for the 177s. 49.56 by Harrison Crook. Patrick Williams-Rahag 51.69. As more drivers a bit slower behind. Ben Johnson and Scott Smith. Ian Bramfield, James Frost. It's looking strong at the minute for some of our first lot of drivers. As we've had one in the tyres down at the hairpin. For this one, caught out by the weather conditions. There's going to be a The battle for the weather today. A 4:20 left on the clock as Harrison Crook improves his lap time as well. Scott Smiths goes fastest. Ian Branfield, James Frost also do. Robert Adlam going up into 6th position. It's going alright. I try to have a yawn. Oh dear, excuse me. So, down the main straight then comes Harrison Crook. And then Patrick Williams at Rahag as well. He's just gone faster for the 38.66. And 37.85 by Scott Smith. So the track is drying up once again. As Patrick goes down the order as more go quicker. So you're going to have to get some early lap times in. As he is currently hunting down Harrison Crook out there. But it will be a battle for that top position for the rest of the drivers. See if they can improve during this phase of qualifying here. 3 minutes 2. Patrick going faster once again. Is the rest of the grid going to stump him down the order again? Everyone's improving, but not enough for some. Ian Branfield goes fastest. Scott Smith second. James Frost third. Rob Adlam goes up into P5. As Patrick is actually hunting down Harrison Crook out there, which is a first. Harrison Crook only 5th fastest out there today. So I wonder if he's saving his performance for a little bit later on. Once again, the rain tumbling down as one in the tyres. Yeah, that rain's definitely come down this time round. Patrick this time ahead of Harrison going around. As I speak about him, he's in the grass. See, the weather conditions really affecting this qualifying session for these guys. Obviously running on the Maxxis Sport tyres. We've got a few heading into the pits. As most of the 3 that were out at the front at the minute do go in the pits. That also includes Patrick Williams Rahag, so he is at risk at the moment. Currently in a strong 4th position. Scott Smith's gone into the pits as well. As so has everybody. So there's 3 drivers out on circuit. Another driver heading into the pits as well. And we still have 1 minute 12 left on the clock. Another driver going into the pits. I think that was... what number is that? That is... I think that was 61. Am I correct? It was indeed. So, it's just Jason Bear all on his own out there for the last 44 seconds of qualifying. And by the looks of his speed, he's coming in. Which means that we will conclude qualifying there then, as he heads into the pit lane. So there's your results then. Ian Branfield at the front, Scott Smith, James Frost, and then Patrick Williams Rahag for your top 4. Right then, with the weather conditions changing, we better get into the heats and get underway for the festival as well. Qualifying is just the start. So let's see what we get from these drivers. Ethan Cousins, Luke McGaul, Alfred Matthews, Nikita Roberts is your front 2 rows for the first heat of the festival. As it shows, refreshes and stays the same. So yeah, digiboard a bit higher up this time round, which means we get a little bit of the time and a little bit of the flags on the left hand side. That rain is proper coming down once again. I bet you this delay is to get the cadets on the wets or on their inter tyres. Mainly so they don't fly off the circuit. This weather, man. Oh, here we go. Right then. I can use the graphics a little bit more. It's time for the formation. Oh, you can't see absolute donkeys out there, can you? Oh, I've got to stand up. And we can get ready for the first race of the day. 8 minutes as shown on the left-hand side of the screen as we slow down the Honda Cadets. Get your predictions in. Who do you reckon is going to be at the top? Ethan Cossins, Alfred Matthews at the front. Let's see. I thought I could hear myself. I got my replay. Let's see how this one goes then. So, coming from the top end then, there's also cones on the track, so I think we've got an acceleration line now. Let's see how this one goes, and we are straight off underway for the first heat of today. It's the Honda Cadets and the wet conditions. I can't see the start of Billy's. I would use a camera, but it's covered in water. Through the S's, down the back straight, and away we go. So, going around the horseshoe here. The timekeeper's saying, I wonder if GoPro sell miniature windscreen wipers for the cases. We don't use GoPros. Right, so it's Ethan Cousins, followed by Alfred Matthews, Luke McGould, Zach Ormshaw, Charlie White, Finney Ormshaw, Nikita Roberts, Ella Dixon, Finley Thursfield, Oliver Ratton in his top 10 in one breath. Holy moly. So going to the back straight and into the hairpin. It's close by the top 4 as I believe that's Zach Ormshaw getting ahead of Luke McGould going into the hairpin through the horseshoe. The 21 is ahead of the 15. Down the main straight we come then, and it's close between our top 2. as we come over the start-finish line here. Ethan Cos's Alfred Matthews, who also takes the fastest lap by 1/100th of a second. Very close as there's a swap between the S's and the 17. I think gains his lead once again. Like I said, I can't see down the bottom, mainly because I can't see because of the rain. I need windscreen wipers on the building. So the 17 ahead of the 27, but it's a battle between the two of them as we're going towards the top bend. They're trying to swap positions throughout this lap, as there is a big battle for third position. 21-12 and the 15 in that battle. Our regulars are Charlie White and Luke McGould. Those two are familiar with the battles between the two of them. So let's see how this pans out today. Through the S's, down the back straight and towards the hairpin we go. So from the top bend down the main straight we come. Still Ethan Cousins and Alfred Matthews battling for that P1 as the green goes down the inside. Is a swap between the two of them. So it's now the 27 out ahead for this race. But it's going to swap once again going into the hairpin. So the 17 now once ahead again. I said that in the wrong order in those words. But it's 17. Ethan Cousins retains his lead once again. 21, 15 and 12. Luke McGould is ahead of Charlie White this time round. So there are the changes there. Ella Dixon getting ahead of Finley Ormshaw as well. So that's a change for that part of the grid. But for now, we continue strong in this race with this battle for Ethan Cousins and Alfred Matthews. As down the inside looks for the 21 and the 15. Looks like Luke McGould's got some pace in this half of this race. Directly on the halfway point. So the 17 leads away still, as a little bit further down the grid, the 12 is being swarmed by a couple of the drivers behind. That's Ella Dixon, the 16, 74, and I think Nikita Roberts is also getting involved in this one as well. So from the top end down the main straight we go. Look at the swap between Ethan Cousins and Alfred Matthews. They're going to battle on for a long time. Nikita Roberts defending, going into the hairpin as she's down in 8th position. But it's at the front where Ethan Cousins still leads the way for this race. Alfred Matthews 2nd. Luke McGould 3rd. Zach Ormshaw 4th. Ella Dixon 5th. Finley Ormshaw 6th. Charlie White 7th. Nikita Roberts 8th. Oliver Ratton 9th, Finley Thursfield 10th, Tommy Morris 11th, and then Alexander Mansfield at the back in 12th position, currently 26 seconds behind our first position battle. 41.57 is the fastest lap. Nikita Roberts making a position up that lap, going up into P7. She's battling a midfield gap. She's got a minute and 17 to go. This man, Alexander Mansfield, going over the line there. Meanwhile, we stay in this area of the track with 50 odd seconds left to go. Ethan Cousins is the one still leading the way currently. And there is a half a second gap between the two drivers out on circuit for that top two. So let's see where this pans out. Is Alfred Matthews going to be able to close that gap in the later stages of this race? As you can see on the right hand side of the YouTube live stream, 29 seconds remain as we go towards the top bend. Down the main straight we come, and then we still go for another lap in this race. You can see 13 seconds as they go over the line, so next time round will be the last lap. And that also means we are in for potentially a battle, but it's not going to be too much of a battle out there at this current stage, as Alfred Matthews is 6/10 behind. Is a big gap to try and close. As I heard a touch between two drivers, as one tries to go down the inside, just unfortunately takes another driver with them. Nevertheless, we're on the last lap. As you can see, contact warning just given to Oliver Rasson, the number 22. So finding our leaders here, they're going into the right-hander, but it's going to be only one winner for this one. So coming down the main straight, then here comes our back marker, but here comes the winner for this one. It is the number 17 of Ethan Cousins, who takes the checker flag for this race. Then we've got Alfred Matthews second, Luke McGall third, Zach Ormshaw fourth, Finley Ormshaw fifth, Nikita Roberts sixth, Charlie White seventh, Oliver Ratton will take eighth, Ella Dixon ninth. Finley Thursfield 10th, Tommy Morris 11th, and then Alexander Mansfield to come over the line in that 12th position spot. So there's your provisional results for the Honda Cadets Heat. And we go next to our next one, which is the ROTAX Cadets, separate this meeting, which means here is your grid for the 8 ROTAX Cadet drivers for the festival. George Klimo will be at the front with Jack Baker, Elijah West, and then the poleman's brother, Tommy Klimo, in fourth. And that's your front two rows out of the total of 4 rows altogether. Lovely. I think I just saw Bertie Wellesley doing something for his Instagram then. He's talking to his phone. I can hear him behind me actually. So ROTAX Cadet then is our next heat. So if you just tuned in, welcome. Bertie Wellesley's finished his social media thing. And we go for our formation lap. So only 8 drivers in this race, 8 minutes, so a driver a minute. So then towards the top bend we go, and let's get ready for this ROTAX Cadet heat, but quite possibly going to be a false start, and it is. So we will be going back round again. As we try and get the ROTAX Cadets all put together to hopefully get going next time round. They are still way too quick at the minute. So top bend then. It's quite fast already. And it's been thrown again. They're quite eager. I need a digiboard cam. And look at them, they're so out of position at the minute. Come on. That's not me even jinxing it this time. I usually jinx these things. Right. Slow down at the top. Come round the top corner. Come on. It's gotta be. And it's not. Right then, let's go again. So, top bend. They've got them slowed down right at the start. And we are racing. So this time around we're going. So to the top bend, down the main straight we come, and we're still going for it. So let's see who it's going to be at the start of this race. So it's George C followed by Tommy C, so the brothers together. Top end down the main straight we come. Still no change from our top view, or is there? So still unchanged from the top. Change for 6th and 7th for Archie Rogers Tyler and Ari Kallenberg. Down the inside before the S is squeezed at the 99. Elijah West getting ahead of Hockridge at the S's there. Meanwhile, we're down around the hairpin towards the horseshoe next. So Jack Baker up into 2nd, Elijah West up into 4th. And that will make your moves for that racing lap there. The 83 on the wrong side of the sausage. Managing to keep it under control as he goes round. Sorry, I forgot to put the names on the left-hand side of the screen. So 17, Jack Baker leads away to Tommy Klimo, then George Klimo. So that is your change for that lap. And let's see how this pans out. The top 6 are all together. 7th and 8th a little bit further back. And then towards the top bend we go for the ROTAX Cadet Heats here. So let's keep flying through. It doesn't look like there's too many changes. It's still chaotic though. Coming down the main straight. Elijah West pinging still ahead, but might be a change between the two. No, he's still in 4th. Through the S's, down the back straight. This battle for the top 6 is crazy. They're just darting all over the place. So the Klimo brothers both improving their lap times to try and catch up with Jack Baker, our leader. With 3 minutes 41 left on the clock. As you can see, it's on both sides of your screen at the minute. So around the hairpin towards the horseshoe. And then towards the top bend we go, coming down the main straight. And once again, no change from our top 3. For Archie Rogers Tyler gaining 2 positions that lap. Ahead of Elijah West and Dewey Hockridge. My door's opening. I wonder what that weird noise was behind me. It's a bloody door trying to open. Open, there it is. So, Jack Baker, Tommy Klimo, George Klimo. I nearly faceplant the microphone because I misjudged my foot. Ah! Right. Down the back straight we go. Around the hairpin and towards the horseshoe. Top bend and down the main straight we come for this race. Still got 1:53 to go. And I can see the digiboard because the timer skips constantly on the Alpha Life. timing screens. Through the S's. Whoa, that was a snap of steering from the 83 there. As he hopped over the curb, his kart went the opposite direction, managed to keep it in control, and he's still running through. Didn't lose any positions. And, oh, a little bit of contact between two drivers put them both into the grass area. And resultantly, both of them have lost out on those positions there, both throwing their hands up in the air. So it's going to change the running order slightly. And I believe that was the 85 and 88. So they come on down, and it was indeed Tommy Klimo and Archie Rogers Tyler. Both down 3 and 2 positions. Has changed their race, but made Elijah West and Dewey Harkridge's race so much better, as they're now in for the third position.